What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining me on D's Analysis. Today we're going to be looking at Tesla. We cracked below this long-term support. It's now resistance. We went straight through it. Tesla's been getting decimated. Negative 15% today. That's insane. Kind of got like a minor retest and just absolutely shot straight down. We are now touching the long-term trend line that dates back to November 2021. And we've had multiple tests. And we finally broke out and we're coming right back down to it. But we're at a crossroad where we are at this downtrend, but we have this smaller uptrend from December 2022 that we've been sustaining as well. So let's see what happens. Now, if you look closely, this is the weekly chart, so nothing's happened officially yet. But if we were to get a close underneath this downtrend, then I think we fall back further into this range, whether it's 180 or 150, 170, whatever the case is. But that's what I'd be looking out for. Hopefully this turns into a wick. That would be perfect. That'd be a perfect bounce off of it. But if that ends up being a close, now that's a whole nother thing that we have to worry about, where now maybe we end up pushing up and we're back into the downtrend again. So let's hope that's not the case. Now looking here at the SMAs, we've fallen underneath the 20, the 50, and the 200, which is not a good sign. But like I said, who knows? Maybe this is a wick and we ride off this 200. But if we hold underneath it, that's obviously a ridiculous amount of resistance on top of our head. Same thing on the daily, we're underneath all three. Heading over to the Bollinger Bands on the daily, we're at the green band. Hopefully we get a move up. Usually we don't spend too much time here at the green band. On the weekly at the same level, essentially. So we do have some things going for us underneath price to try and keep it up, but the sentiment in the stock market has been absolutely terrible lately. So everything's just bleeding out. This has probably been one of the worst days that I've seen in a while. Looking here on the RSI, on the weekly, we are beyond oversold. We're all the way down to 33. So we are very oversold. Now looking back at it, you can kind of tell that price got ahead of itself on the daily RSI. As you can see, it's almost like if you were to draw a line, it's not horizontal, but it's slightly upward, but almost similar enough to be a double top, right? But then you look here on the chart and look at that. How we shot up even though RSI was practically at the same level. So that's just something that we can, learn from to get better next time, so we can identify these moves. But yeah, it's essentially almost a double top on the RSI, and then price at the same time ended up going up about 40%. But the RSI was practically at the same level. So price definitely got way ahead of itself. And now we're kind of paying for it. Paying it all back, giving it all back. All the gains are gone, essentially. But if you are a long-term Tesla holder, this is not financial advice, of course, but if you are a long-term shareholder of Tesla, this is the time to buy. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but man, this is a great time to buy. Price was pushing towards 500. It was 491. It's now at 220. If you loved it at 490, you should be going crazy, running around, scooping up as many shares as possible at 224. So I didn't think we were going to see 220 for some time. Maybe a major recession. Maybe we're in one. I don't know. But yeah, this is definitely a good time to buy some Tesla shares. If you know anything about this company, they are an AI robotics company. They're not a car company. That's just the outer shell of the company. They're really robots on wheels driving around, full self-driving. Next time you pass by a Tesla, look inside. See if that person's actually has their hands on the wheel, if they're actually driving. So the FSD is insane. That thing can do literally everything. You have the auto summon. They're doing some amazing things. And then Optimus, this is a long-term project, but man, that thing can be doing everything for you. long term, whether it's cooking or cutting the grass, the opportunities are endless when it comes to optimists, in the future. And I would imagine that big businesses and corporations are going to have these things in the factories and they're going to be buying in bulk. So it's definitely an exciting time for Tesla long term. I think this is A+ company to purchase, not financial advice, of course. We're also going to take a look at the Fibonacci retracement and see what we have here. See what we got going on. We're going to take a fib from here to here. We're on the monthly, so it looks just cleaner. We're getting close to the 0.786. We did crack below the golden zone here. So let's see how that plays out. Golden zone is usually a strong level of support. We fell beneath it, so maybe we get a retest and continue down further. Or we find support at the 786. And then if we were to pull it down a little bit further, maybe we can start it from this move. Then maybe we are actually at the golden zone, but on a larger scale. And maybe this turns into a wick because we still have 21 days left of the month. So actually, let me draw this out so I can get all this off the screen. Okay, so that's the golden zone, the large one. So maybe this turns into a massive wick and this turns into a green candle. That would be super bullish. That would be amazing. Best case scenario. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm just saying that there could be a possibility that with this golden zone, maybe that's the play. Maybe that's what's going to happen. We will find out, and I'll keep everybody posted on that. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.